Discipleship and discipline both comes from the same root verb. Today I want to discuss with you about the discipleship. Especially the Gospel according to St. Mark deals about the theme discipleship from its chapter 8 to chapter 10 verse 52. Mark wants to say that Jesus' disciples were unable to understand Jesus. And there he wants to portray and give, look, there is a blind man named Bartimaeus. He was able to understand Jesus, who he was, and was able to follow him. How? Let us look. Mark chapter 8 verses 31, Jesus calls his disciples and say that he is going to die. He shares his passion prediction with them. But soon after that, in verse 32, we find Peter taking away Jesus and started rebuking him. A disciple who claimed that you are the Christ. Peter was unable to understand Jesus and his value. Mark again tried to portray the disciples in chapter 9 verses 31. He says about his passion prediction, what's going to happen with him, to the leader. But soon after that, Mark says in verse 34 that these disciples were discussing who were greatest among them. They misunderstood Jesus totally. The third time again in chapter 10, verse 33, Jesus says about his passion prediction. The pain, the agony, the third time to his own disciples. But verse 37 says, two disciples named James and John came to him and said, Lord, when you come to your glory, help us to sit in the right and the left place. In this wider context, Mark is portraying a physically blind man named Bartimaeus. While Jesus was going to the Jerusalem, he screamed, he shouted, "Oh, Son of David, have mercy on me." Jesus said, "What can I do for you? Look, I have 12 disciples. They misunderstood me. Do you really understand who I am?" He said, "Lord, I want sight." And he followed Jesus. Do we follow him for our personal gains? Do we really understand Jesus and his ways and values? Do we see things as he wants us to realize? Are we spiritually blind? Here Mark portrays the disciples who had eyes were unable to see Jesus, whereas a man named Bartimaeus, without eye, physical eye, he was able to see Jesus and his value. This Lent is going to challenge us to be a true disciple for Christ. May the good Lord bless us and help us to be a true disciple. May God bless.